What's up, guys? Hope you all had a great Christmas. I wanted to wish you all a happy new year. And with the new year, we all know comes a lot of New Year's resolutions, which is great. I'm sure you're well aware, we're very much a goal-oriented type facility. We really believe in the power of having goals and something to shoot for or strive for. And we think that the goal setting process and setting new goals for ourselves to have some improvements over the course of the year is awesome. And we want to do anything we can to help you. But when it comes to that, and you guys are all very well aware of it, when it comes to changing a lifestyle or changing the way that we do things for the betterment, it can be hard. It can be really, really difficult to get out of our comfort zone and get out of those normal, routinely habits of like poor habit choices or letting stress dictate how we live, or just living in the past or the way that we used to for years and years, kind of in that automatic program like a computer system, right? Somebody that does code, that creates websites, whatever. They create an algorithm essentially that tells us to, when this happens, do Y, or when X happens, do Y. Our brains are built kind of the same way, that we develop habit patterns that every time X happens, always go to Y and do this. And we just do that over time. So it can be very difficult. And we can watch a motivational video. We can get inspired by a quote. Something just motivates us or inspires us like the New Year's. But I'm here to tell you, motivation doesn't last. It's not sustainable. A lot of people will come to us and say like, oh, I need help with motivation. You don't need help with motivation. Nobody has motivation all the time. It's not meant to be like that. But we're meant to experience highs and lows so we can appreciate those highs when we get them, and we can actually acknowledge that they are the highs. So I really encourage you to take a step back and really look at, like, instead of looking for motivation in the new year, start to just say, like, what can I do to better myself or better my life right now, even if it's something small? What can I do to live this life over here that I envision, that I want, when I'm over here, right? This is the current reality. There's a disconnect between the reality that we want because of some rhyme or reason. So I encourage you guys to take a second, assess your last year, assess what it is you really want and why you want to accomplish that. What does that ultimate lifestyle look like for you? And then what is one thing that you can do to create some new set of standards of living to help ensure that you get there? Because those that are successful in any facet of life isn't because they're better or more athletic or smarter or whatever, or have more willpower or motivation. It's that they have specific standards of living or of how they go about whatever it is, the task that they're doing. And they live by that because they've ingrained and built that up over time. So I encourage you to ask yourself what it is that you can do to create a new standard for yourself, and what those standards are going to do, even if it's something small. What is something that you can do right now? One of mine is, I've struggled for a long time with depression and with anxiety, especially more lately. And actually really even since my father passed, like I've had a lot of like really bad, like out of nowhere anxiety that I've been struggling with a little bit. And it's something that I've been working on for a long time. And my goal this year is to really retrain my habit pattern of my emotional thoughts that I get on a daily basis. So when I have these and a lot of times they're so dumb, but like these little things that are bothering me or causing anxiety or whatever it is, I'm going to set a new form of standards of kind of letting myself like brush it off. Like, it's okay. We always get through it. We always do, to whatever the degree is. So I'm going to make sure that when I have these emotional patterns, when they come up, I'm going to tell myself it is okay. It's okay to feel this way. And then just start to change my habit focus to something of more value to me, and something that's going to help me, as opposed to worrying about something that doesn't really even matter. So that's mine, is changing my negative mindset that I tend to fall into at times, and and working on my anxiety and all that. So that's going to be huge for me. I'd love to hear what you guys are doing. One thing that we're going to do is we're going to put this up front, this board here, and we're going to put some sticky notes on it. On Thursday, we're going to set it up. We want all you guys to put out your goals on there. Okay, there will be thumbtacks that you can stick your goals in there. And just we'll use it as everyone's goal board for 2020. What is it that you want to accomplish, feel, do over the course of the next year? And we want you, I'm going to put this up there. Try to follow this. So it's on whatever the goal date is. So I set it as deadline. So maybe it's 12/31/2020, or you have something coming up in September or whatever. Write that date on there. I am, whatever the goal is that you're trying to accomplish or feel, in present tense. So for me, it might be like on 12/31/2020, I am at peace, right? I am living a life of, more peacefulness, or I'm trying to think of the correct words, but you get the point of what I'm saying is write out the goal that you want to experience, but in present tense, because we're writing it as if we were already there. Then you're going to come over here and say, because why? Why is it that I want to have a better mindset? Well, for one, I want to be a good role model for a healthy psyche for my kids, right? I want to live life without having anxiety ridden all the time, which I felt like I have been lately for whatever reason. It's a terrible way to live. So that is a big why for me of I don't want to feel like this, so I want to feel more like this. And I live by these standards. What are your 3 action items that you are going to do and start to live every single day? So for me, for one, is every time I have those emotional negative thoughts and anxiety feelings and all that, I am going to try to stop them in their tracks and change them for a new one. Or tell myself, it is okay. I will be fine. I'll figure it out. Here's the feelings that I want to have. Here's what I can do to combat that. I'm living by a new form of standard of living. And then have 2 more. And then we want you to sign it. And this can be nice and cursive so nobody even sees it. That's fine. But there's some real power, studies have come out, to actually physically writing it down, whether it's the nervous system, coming from your hand up through your brain, and then you're telling your brain what it is you want to do. Studies show, I forget the exact number, but like 50% more people are more successful with their goals when they write them out. And especially if they sign it, almost like a commitment or a contract to themselves, and then we'll hang it up on the board. Okay, whether people probably won't be able to read yours, you're fine. But we want you to kind of follow this on whatever date you want to accomplish it, what it is that I want to accomplish, why is it that I want to accomplish that, and what are the new standards you're going to live by, and then sign it. All the ones in red are the ones you're going to want to do. So we want you to write that out, guys. Grab a sticky note when you get in. It'll be up probably on Thursday. And don't forget, member check-ins are starting on Thursday. So we highly, 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 highly recommend you schedule time to sit down with a coach to go over how it is that you're doing, what improvements or adjustments we can help you make to live a better, healthier, and happier lifestyle in 2020. Remember, you can also do the check-ins on your own if you prefer to. That's up to you. As you can see, the InBody's over there right now. The first screen one is the empty ones for the new year that you'll fill out your goals, and then when you finish, you'll put them in there. So that's it, guys. Super excited to help you guys in your 2020 endeavors and goals, and we can't wait to be a part of that journey with you.